So this video is on the main keypad and all the functions that are there. Quick overview, and I invite you to turn on your own DM-2, which you can do quite simply by pressing the on key. And you'll notice that there's an intro screen that comes up there, and it shows you what the version of the firmware is, which is sometimes useful to know in a tech support situation. And we press mode and we come to the main display screen. You'll notice right now that the screen is non-backlit, so the on key also doubles as a backlight key. So we press the backlight key one time, the backlight comes on. So this uses up a little bit more power, but in dark situations it can help to make the display visible. So just running through the keypad, the number 1 key is also the mode key, which has a separate video, and when we press the mode key we see all the different modes, in this case only 2, and I think there's as many as almost 10 different modes that you can see results in. Essentially this gauge is a 2-channel pressure gauge, channel A, channel B, so we say pressure PRA for pressure A, PRB for pressure B, showing that it's really just reading 2 pressures. In this case, small ambient pressures and just the wind kind of going by the ports is creating a very, very low, almost impossible to read pressure, so forth. So it's not really displaying much of anything. In the top left, you'll notice the battery, which the little battery indicator indicates that the battery is charged. And this area of the display we'll look at later. This is the end value setting, which is the extrapolation level when you're using the at pressure key, which we'll get into later. It's an advanced control. If you don't need to do anything with it, don't. Time, which is actually time averaging. The 0, which is auto 0, in this case it's set on, and down in this corner we've got the open range, which is open 22, the range configuration for this device, which is the Retrotec 2000, which is currently the correct configuration for the Q46 fan that is one of our more popular models. So going back to the mode key again, we press it and we cycle between cubic meters per hour per square meter in pascals. The next key is the range configuration key. So range configuration here matches the same description on the key, which is also the number 2 key and is also the up arrow key as well. It allows you to scroll up. So when we press this key one time, then it changes ranges from A to B to C8, C6, C4, C2, C1, L4, L2, L1, back to open 22. Those ranges match the ranges for a Retrotec 2000 fan, which you will see in the Retrotec quick guide called Range Configurations, which is packed with every system that we ship out. The next key is called the setup key, and there's separate videos on the setup key that show you how to set up at the basic level, which are some basic setup features, and then more specific setups for device, mode, and so on. There's a separate video on that, as I said, so we press exit to escape that. Baseline, when we press baseline, you notice up here it says acquiring. It's picking up what the background pressure is without any pressure being applied, or what the bias pressure might be across a building before you create a pressure with your door fan. And so right now it says 14-second average, which is 0. I guess there is no baseline here currently, and at any point we press enter to accept it, and it will take that baseline pressure and subtract it from any of the readings that the gauge happens to read. So it basically gets rid of that bias pressure, which is kind of handy.